Here's a name I can say from the Eradicator.
People of others, hello and welcome to this channel. This is the Eradicator, and here you are looking at the Starfarer. This is a ship that I am giving away this month. All you need to do to get a chance of winning is to be a public subscriber of this channel or be a backer of this channel on Patreon, for example. Leave a comment to any Star Citizen related video this month. Only one comment will be validated. The winner will be announced early April. Good luck to everybody. Also, if you want to support this channel furthermore, please check out my Patreon page. I am giving away $50 to my Patreons this month as well. So that's another giveaway. If you want to have a chance of winning, please consider donating at least $1 a month. This is really helping this channel. I've got quite a few interesting new goals. For example, I'm planning to get a green screen. I'm very close. So if you want to help me out, the link is in the description down below. I'm also planning on getting better editing tools for better quality of my videos. All right, guys. Now, let's get started. Let's talk about today's video. Let's talk about Inside Star Citizen. Okay, here we go. Inside Star Citizen. Let's play this.
Games with friends. At the heart of the Star Citizen universe is an experience intended to be shared with others, whether that's helping one another find the best trade options, protecting someone from raiders, being that raider someone else needs protection from, or just working together with as many folks as you can muster to achieve something impossible to do alone, like this recent ship showcase in-game by...
Okay, all right. Wow, that's a lot of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. That's about... that's a lot of ships here. Probably they must have mustered the entire server around here. Where are we? This looks like this is on Hurston, right?
It's there at the bottom, and that's a lot of spaceships. Making new missions.
You know what? If somebody came here to troll with a couple of torpedoes, that would have been a lot of explosions. But yeah, just saying.
You can do with your friends has been a focus of the mission content team this quarter, and we chatted with them about some of the new commissions coming your way in the upcoming Alpha 3.9.
All right, so what are we gonna see here?
So what I love about cooperative games is that you create your own stories with really close friends.
Taking your friends along for the ride is just such a great experience. And there's so much variety that we can bring to people that you wouldn't otherwise experience in a single-player game.
Seeing people play the things, enjoy it, talk about it.
That's why we're looking to introduce more of this kind of content into the game.
Now, there's one thing that I don't like. I don't like when they keep on insisting, oh, play with your friends, play with your friends. When I'm not playing with my friends, because my friends don't like Star Citizen. Oh, my goodness, Joseph, thank you so much for the $5.49. That is really, really appreciated. Thank you very much, man. Joseph is my friend. Yeah, so it's to me, this whole thing, you know, play with your friends is a whole. It's a PR stunt. It's marketing. Coffee on me, man. Well, thank you so much. Coffee is right here, man. It is much needed. It is much needed. But where they are right is that CIG is right to emphasize on the fact that it is really important to cooperate with your fellow players. You don't necessarily need to play with your friends. You know what I usually do in the verse, and that was even before I did the YouTube channel, even when I was totally on my own. If I wanted to play with other people, I would just put in the chat, hey, I need someone to fly my ship. I'll pay you that. Who is interested? And then, you know, there will be a bunch of people who just come here. I totally don't know them, but they want to fly with me. I want them to they want to fly with me. I want them to fly with me, and we fly together. And that's how it works. And they're not my friends. They're just, you know, people who want to play with me. They're just players of the game. So that whole I find that whole friends term here a little bit cheesy. But again, if you have your personal friends from your real life who like to play the game, that is really great for you. I've tried to convince them that the game is awesome. I've tried to convince them to play the game, but unfortunately, I haven't had much success. So, yeah, anyway, let's see what they are going to say here.
One of our goals for 3.9 was to introduce a truly multiplayer mission. And by that I mean, it isn't multiplayer by the necessity of needing more players because of the difficulty of the enemies, but something that's truly cooperative. Okay. The Synced Assassination mission...
So what did they show? Why are we at the Covalex Gondo? This is weird.
Truly cooperative. The Synced Assassination mission requires 2 targets to be taken out within a very short space of time.
The important part is the communication between you and the other player. You have to make sure that you attack at the exact same time, because the moment someone even shoots that ship, you have a timer that you have to kill both of them in. If you don't, the other guy warps away and you'll never get him.
All right, but why does it say that we committed homicide? This is weird, right? So maybe are these criminal missions? I hope that they also are going to have their lawful. It's usually what I hope. When they create those missions, I always hope that they have a lawful counterpart, or at least a counter mission, so that people who are lawful can actually get to fight players who are more on the other side of the law, which I find quite exciting. When, for example, this is what we have with the narcotics mission. If somebody's taking the narcotics mission, then somebody else might eventually try to foil that mission, right? Or if somebody is trying to remove their crime stat, and there's a mission that tell lawful players, hey, this guy's trying to remove their crime stat, go get them, right? This is what I really love when it comes to PvP elements, in the game. And I hope that we're going to have that with the new missions as well, because I think that this is working quite well.
Get different stories out of this. They're communicating with each other, but they're not seeing what's happening. That was the interesting thing about it.
Yeah, we could see that the NPCs were Crusader securities, so that is a criminal mission. Oh, man. Which, by the way, in my opinion, makes sense, because we're going to have the prison system. We need to fill those prisons, right? So if they put in some really lucrative missions for criminals to do, and maybe people are going to be more willing to take the risk and eventually get caught and sent to prison, and that's how the prisons are going to be populated. Because I'm pretty sure the CIG wants their prisons to be populated, but they need to probably entice players to commit nefarious acts, which can lead them to prison potentially. So I could totally also imagine why they are adding extra missions for people who are on the other side of the law.
So also for criminals in 3.9, there's a new mission where players must assault a prison transport ship.
Okay, all right, there we go. I'm surprised it's a caterpillar, guys. I'm surprised it's a caterpillar. I was hoping it would be a Karak. It would make more sense, I think. But, well, perhaps the caterpillar is a little bit weaker and more of an accessible target for the average player who doesn't necessarily have a ship that is powerful enough to take down a Karak, or to at least disable a Karak. So that's why I think it makes sense to have a caterpillar. I would have preferred a Karak personally, but why not?
The reason
right?
we make unlawful and bad guy missions is just because sometimes it's fun to be a bad guy, and we don't want to force players to do one specific thing.
No, James Johnstone, that's not true. It's not true. The reason you are making bad guys missions is because you want players to be bad guys and go to prison, and you want them to try the prisons. That's why. You are trying to fool us, James, but we're not falling for that.
We want to give them the freedom to be who they want to be in the Star Citizen universe.
Oh, come on. Who is he fooling? Anyway, that's pretty cool that they're adding those missions, though. I'll probably try them in the PTU. Not in the PU, obviously, but in the PTU, yeah. Oh, what is going on? Oh, misclick.
So you'll receive the mission via the Mobiglass. It's come to you via way of Twitch Pacheco. She's got some people that have been caught during a, let's say, illegal business transaction that she wants you to break out of this prisoner transport. So you have to make your way there. It's been rigged to break down midway through the transport.
Lot of security.
It's down to you to clear the ship convoy that's defending those, EVA your way inside the Caterpillar, and once you've cleared out the security in there, there'll be a prisoner manifest that the player needs to locate. Within that prisoner manifest is prisoner IDs that you have to match up against the ones on the cryotube to find the people to release for.
Wow, that's a lot of prisoners.
Once you've done that, you've got to get out of there so that no one knows where you've been.
All right, guys, let's have a look again at this.
Cryotube to
oh my god, this is so creepy. This is so creepy. I love this. But this is really creepy. This is gonna be my thumbnail, guys. This is gonna be my thumbnail. Up. We're gonna put it as the thumbnail here. Boom, and I'll make a little video here before here. Up. Let's do that. Boom. I love this. Anyway, where are we? Here we are. Oh, all right. Let's continue. Look at how creepy this is. It's like the carbonite in Star Wars, right? Pretty awesome.
release for her. Once you've done that, you've got to get out of there so that no one knows where you've been.
Okay, so these are the objectives that we see. Here's the deal. A couple of long-timers got snagged pulling a job for me, and I want you to spring them. A friendly mechanic has, like a friendly mechanic, right, has arranged for their prison transport to run into some trouble en route, halting the ship and venting one of the main doors. You're gonna go dispatch any security and find the prisoner manifest aboard and locate the crew's cryoport. There are 3 popsicles I'm after: Linus Wider, Siskon Ackerman, and Barton Pivenko, and Vernon Hernandez. All have been loyal and deserve better than rotting in jail. All right. Yo, Iron Rain, my question is why people are trying to make breaking the law and going to prison fun. Prison is fun in real life, and it should be fun in game. You mean prison isn't fun, right? If I go to prison, I should still have fun. No. Well, I agree, Iron. I agree. And as far as I'm concerned, Iron, I don't want to go to prison. I don't think prison is gonna be fun. I don't enjoy mining. Well, sometimes yes, but mining is not my cup of tea, and I don't enjoy being with fellow criminals. So I guess it depends, right? For me, as far as I'm concerned, the idea of going to prison is a little bit dreadful, but I can accept it is part of the game. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to commit crimes. I'm going to be a law-abiding citizen, which is what I've almost always been. And I'll be very happy, though, knowing that prison is going to be annoying. I would be very happy. I'll be quite excited to send people to prison. That is what I think is going to be quite fun. Hopefully, that doesn't increase pad ramming. Well, there's been a very interesting pad on Spectrum the other day about pad ramming and griefing in general. The devs are really aware that this is a major issue right now, and they're trying to do whatever they can to take actions. Maybe they are going to find ways to prevent that, to maybe a bit more severe with vehicular collisions in game, especially if it's in Armistice Zone. Like a vehicular collision in Armistice Zone should be a big offense, in my opinion. If it's outside of an Armistice Zone, it can be an accident, like just accidental ramming. When you're jousting, when you're dogfighting, these things happen, right? But in Armistice Zone, there's just no excuse for that. So this could be the key, right? This could be the solution.
So my favorite aspect of this mission is the way that we've been able to implement...
Wow, did you see that, guys? That's a lot of prisoners. That's a lot of prisoners. And you're going to have to remember who is who. Probably if I ever do this mission one day, if somehow I'm a criminal, I'm probably going to have a pen and a notebook. I'll try to remember whose ID I should remember, because otherwise I'll totally forget.
Aspect of this mission is the way that we've been able to implement a new prop, something that's really unique, into the prisoner manifest. This is combined in some unique content that we haven't seen before, with also new mission logic that we've managed to create. And by combining those, it's going to bring something that should be really fun for the players.
Okay, really cool. I like that. More diversity when it comes to missions, more excitement. This is something that they have indeed been emphasizing over the past couple of patches, especially in 3.8. Starting with 3.7, 3.8, I really have been enjoying doing all different kinds of missions that are available, not just trading. They're also a little bit more lucrative than what they used to be in the past. And yeah, as if you between a couple of trade runs, you want to have a little bit of pastime, you want to be entertained a little bit, yeah, do those missions. I could totally see that being a viable option to make a little bit of money on the side. Anyway, Papa Arlington has an Idris. Oh my goodness. Yo, Sage Walker, hype, absolutely. I think we're seeing a lot of #VAG today, value-added gameplay, right? That's what we want to see.
So the Arlington gang have finally done it. They've stolen an Idris.
So the Arlington bounty mission, combined with persistence, allows us to create these missions that will carry on and build up and up.
So what do you mean combined with persistence? What does it have to do with persistence? I suppose we'll figure it out, right? Look at the face of this guy here. He's got a grudge on Luke Priestley. Something's going on here at the office, guys. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Over time. So while it's...
Okay, what do we see here? They are in a Hornet, right?
Starts off small, maybe 1 or 2 people can complete the objectives. Eventually, the build-up is going to be a real payoff that you guys haven't seen inside Star Citizen before.
Well, speaking of payoff, this is what I want to know. What is actually going to be the payoff for taking down the Idris? Because, right now when you do those bounty hunting missions, you get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 Alpha UEC, right? Maybe 5,000, I don't know. I don't want taking down the Idris to be 10,000 or even 20,000 Alpha UEC. That's not enough, because apparently you're gonna need a lot of people. You're going to need a lot of people to take down Idris, If you divide 20,000 by 10 people, maybe, then that's just 2,000 Alpha UEC per person. That's not enough. This mission, speaking of big payout, this mission needs to be paying at least 100,000 Alpha UEC. Or maybe even more, right? Speaking of big payouts, so that at least exactly right, peanut butter one, like Dr. Evil, $100,000, like that. Here, Alpha UEC, but still, that would make it worthwhile. You share that by 10 people, 10,000 Alpha UEC. It's still actually not a lot, if you think of it. Given all the risk and the time that you're going to invest in that endeavor, so 100, maybe 200,000 Alpha UEC would be good.
And when that Idris,
oh my goodness! I like that we are facing the sun, so that we have the shape of the Idris, but we don't really see it, right? Exactly right. Import race at least 500,000 Alpha UEC, because we have to destroy a damn Idris, right? Exactly. Not just an Idris. I think that the Idris is also going to have an escort, so it's going to be a little bit of much, right? We're seeing a lot of Babbage. Where are you at? So I live in Taiwan, Iron. I live in Taiwan, and we are seeing a lot of Babbage, of #Babbage, value-adding gameplay. Absolutely. I like what I'm seeing here. Yummy.
rolls out,
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at how massive that ship is. I mean, you thought the Karak is big. This is twice the size of the Karak. This is a...
better be ready for it.
Wow. And look at all those lasers flying everywhere. This is what we've been waiting for, guys. This is a Retaliator, actually. I thought it was a Vanguard. It's actually a freaking Retaliator attacking this Idris.
So the reason we're able to do this mission before the full Idris is completed is because it's just the exterior of your Idris.
Oh no. All worst fears, not worst fears, but all fears have been confirmed. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to board the Idris. This is something that I was really hoping. Taking down the shields, opening the hatch, the front door, and then going inside the Idris and maybe stealing Idris. Unfortunately, not gonna work, right? I was thinking one person gets 10,000 for a claim jumper. No, that's not true, Peanut Butter. I did the claim jumper the other day with two other people, and we shared a mission. We only got 3,333 Alpha UEC per person. So that's actually not the case, unfortunately.
With the turrets controlled by AI. So that's going to be really interesting. It's the first time players are going to see the Idris in the game and get to fight it.
Oh my gosh, look at how massive. And look at how many hostiles are there. It's not just the Idris. The Idris definitely has a fighter escort, which is going to add even more fun. You're gonna need a fleet, an entire squadron to take down that Idris. You're gonna need perhaps finally we are going to see how gladiators are going to be useful in the game, because gladiators can also do a little bit of dogfighting at the same time. They got torpedoes and can do dogfighting, so maybe the Retaliator the Retaliator is great if you go full on assault against a capital ship, but you have to take down the fighter escort at the same time, because it's not really maneuverable and it only has turrets. The pilot cannot dogfight, so maybe going with gladiators, like 12 gladiators, plus maybe a capital ship to escort, like a hammerhead or a Karak on top of that would be sufficient. If they balance the whole thing, of course. One person can do the claim jump mission easy. I do them alone to build up Alpha UEC for 3. Yeah, Peanut, I've done them in the past as well. Absolutely, I think that you are right. I think that it's also possible to do them with I've done it with a Constellation, with a Cutlass. So yeah, you are right. Absolutely.
This is going to take a real fleet of players. During our playtests, we've had about 9 or 10 retaliators firing torpedoes at this thing. Wasn't having any of it.
So this is what I'm saying here. They need a little bit of balance because it's not normal. It's not normal that 10 retaliators firing torpedoes cannot do any damage on an Idris. I mean, so if 10 retaliators can damage an Idris, and when we have javelins or Bengals carriers in the verse, then what is it going to take? 50 retaliators? This is ridiculous. So they need to adjust that a little bit, I think.
It's just chaos, basically. This thing has so many turrets on it, and you need so many friends nearby.
No, not friends, not friends. What is this marketing term? You need fellow players. You need comrades in arms. None of my friends play the game. How am I supposed to play? Come on, choose your words better.
Just watching your friends explode aside and then like quantum traveling.
Wow, look at all these explosions there. I hope we get the Aris, right? You mean the new Crusader ship, 10 vulnerable, by the way. Thank you so much for being here. Highly appreciate that you guys are here. So yeah, the Aris with a size 7, right? Size 7 gun. But we need, again, just one Aris is probably not gonna make a difference. But if you have, let's say,
and again, fire free torpedoes
perhaps
and
that would
run
be
away.
A little bit.
It's just chaos. It's
enough
brilliant.
to try to
That
take
doesn't
down
mean
the
it's
shield.
indestructible, but it isn't going to be easy to take this thing down.
You can only play this mission, and you can only complete this mission once, I should say.
Okay, so this is why they have persistence. I was wondering why was persistence needed. So it's not gonna be like the other missions where you can take the the 890 jump mission as much as you want, or SPK. And I've done SPK hundreds of times. This is not gonna be the case here. This is gonna be a one-off, and then you will once you complete this mission, you will never ever be able to have access to this mission. However, I think that we can still do it for other people who have this mission, right? Oh, you mean a lot of area in the fight? You mean not a lot of so that you mean here not, you mean like not in an asteroid field? You mean like this needs to be in open space, right? I think that's what you mean. Idris says, if I do stream in YouTube and Twitch, I'm going to have trouble in my channel when I'm going to... I don't know, Idris. I don't know. It's up to you, man. It's up to you, Idris. What do we have here? You could... So, Christ Talking says, but you could reset your account to play again. Yeah, you could do that, Christ Talking. You could do that. But let's say you grinded your way up to 1 million, 2 million alpha UECs. I don't think that you are going to want to reset your account just to do the mission again. That technically, yes, but that wouldn't make any sense, right? So Aaron says, if 10 Tellys can damage an Idris, then Vanguards and other bombers need to rethink their roles. Yes. I agree. I agree with you, Aaron, which is why, probably what we're seeing was footage from a couple of weeks or months ago. Because we know that this has been in the game for quite some time. There has been leaks about this mission for quite some time. And what I believe is that they have been balancing this mission for a while, and that when it's going to be coming in 3.9, then they would have found the right balance to allow a certain amount of a certain amount of retaliators to eventually be able to take down this beast right here.
To that, you'll need to find someone who hasn't completed it, and I think this is just going to lead to a lot more of a community interacting with each other as new players come on who haven't completed this mission and maybe don't know how to start it even. You'll get players who want to go up against the Idris again, teaming up with them, taking them through the first few missions, and then, calling on the rest of the server to come and help them take down the Idris finally.
All right, so this is what I thought. So you'll be able to take it down once, but you'll be able to share the mission. When people are going to be able to share the mission with you in many other cases. And given the fact that there are supposedly 2 million players, right, or at least 2.5 million accounts, then I suppose that there's still going to be a lot of opportunities to take part of this mission and make money by having the mission shared with other people. So it's okay if you personally take the mission once, but you still have plenty of chances to do the mission with other people too. So I think that it makes sense, right? So what are we doing here? Peanut butter. I'm really okay with 10 tallies having problems if the Idris turrets are still up and can shoot down the torpedoes, right? What do you mean? I'm okay with 10 Idris having problems if the Idris are still up and can shoot down the torpedo. Oh, okay. So you want the Idris to be that much of a challenge? Interesting. Interesting. Well, it's interesting, when players are giving their own feedback. It's great because it gives an opportunity for CIG to actually listen. And maybe adjust, and maybe they, if a lot of people think like you, Peanut, then maybe they are going to think that they're right, and that's totally cool. That's totally cool. I don't personally have an opinion about what's right or wrong. I would rather have less tallies personally, but at the same time, I imagine that if I were an Idris owner, let's put it the other way, right? If I were an Idris owner and I spent $1,000 or $1,200 for a starship, then I would hope that it would be extremely difficult for a group of players to take down my ship, and maybe a little bit more than the tallies. So I don't know. In the end, I think that the final call is going to be done by CIG, but peanut butter. I don't know how to say your name. What you are saying here makes sense as well.
So while the mission's still in its balancing phase, we've had a lot of really good experiences during testing. The cool thing about this is it allows us to lay the groundwork for this type of style mission that we can expand upon moving forwards.
It's time once again for a sprint report.
Oh, so much vag here, so much value-added gameplay. In just 5 minutes, I had a feeling that this was so much longer. That's pretty cool. And that was in a good way, That was in a good way. I had a feeling I had watched a lot of content here. Pretty cool. Personally, I want to try and take it down alone with an aura. Crystal Stalking here is having daydreams. I don't think I'll succeed, but someone may. Well, Crystal Stalking, I actually tried a while back to take down a hammerhead with an aurora, and there was an aura legionnaire. I gave the hammerhead everything I had with that aurora, but I was not even able to scratch the shields, not even once. So I think that you're gonna have a hard time with you're gonna just be a pesky fly with your aurora around that Idris. I think Crystal Stalking.
Let's get to it. The USPU feature team has recently completed a sprint where multiple cargo manifests can be used in the spawning of NPC ships.
Oh.
This is important because it can get real boring real quick when every ship you raid has the exact same cargo on board. And of course, because we always strive to physicalize as much as we can into the persistent universe, this variation in cargo will be yours for the taking should you choose to spend your time liberating them from their owners.
Nice. Yes, I want to steal from pirates. If I kill some pirates and they have some cargo, I want to take their cargo and sell the cargo. Yeah. Oh, I'm really waiting for that feature. I hope it's coming really soon. Aaron says, I agree with the difficulty level and the balancing testing. We ask for open development, and this is part of it. Yeah, right. And this is why I'm glad that we can have this conversation. Some people saying one thing, other people saying one thing, all in a respectful manner, and this is how it should be done, right?
And before you ask, no, you cannot have that pistol. It's a special pistol. It's a special tool for special testing. Speaking of special tools, the VFX and Tools team completed work on a feature that will help artists and programmers track all the different effects they've been developing, separate them easily without having to enter an enormity of console commands, and better showcase how each element works with one another. It seems like a simple thing, but having a tool like this that can isolate active particles, highlight specific elements like solar winds, and allow for more efficient testing of the different levels of detail necessary was an essential augmentation in supporting the continued development of our planetary effects. Because all mushed together, it can be pretty difficult to keep track of what you're really looking at any given time.
Wow, look at all those clouds and planetary effects. Coming out in 3.9, guys.
And it's one more way we're
This
developing not only
cannot
features
come
for our
soon
players,
enough.
but tools for our developers to make the making of Star Citizen as efficient and capable as can be. In ship news, work continues on the Cutlass Blue.
Okay, guys, so we're having some new different skins for the Cutlass Blue. Which one do you prefer? We're gonna call this one A. This one is gonna be B. This one's gonna be C. This one's gonna be D, and this one's gonna be E. They look pretty much the same, but I do like a little bit of gray in my blue, so I'll go for this one here. This one's my favorite out of all of it, but so I'll go for A here. A, B, C, D, E. Which one do you prefer, guys? Over these 5 here. I don't know. This blue here seems a little bit too bright to me, whereas this one seems a little bit too purple, and this is a bit too flashy at the same time. So this one here, if I were a bounty hunter and I had a Cutlass Blue, then I would go for this one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, or at least in the chat.
Blue, where we're still trying to find that right shade of blue for the exterior. Part of the challenge here is the variety of different...
I love the canopy as well. Helmet Head wants the A skin as well, right? Hot pink with leopard print crystal. Well, maybe you'll be able to customize your Cutlass the way you want, right? Isn't a new Fox system coming in with Crusader, says Tom. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if because we're supposed to have a lot of cloud, right? So I'm not sure if it's really gonna be fog, but we're definitely gonna have some clouds. Looks like A is the most popular, right? Crystal wants leopard. Don't forget to like the script. Thank you, Iron. Thank you. Ted prefers D or E. All right. Oh, Derek Little says he agrees also with the A, right? A little bit of gray blue to add a little bit of badassness to
different environments
to the
the ship is likely to find itself in, where the dynamic lighting will ultimately change the blue from one location to the next. Work also continues on the development of the interior spaces, including components and the prison pods, which, when reviewed recently, were questioned about being Drake enough.
It doesn't matter. Do they need to be Drake enough, guys? What do you think? Do you need that the prison pods need to be Drake enough? I think that those that were already in the caterpillar were a little bit creepy. I think they need to be creepy, definitely. Because, you know, you could imagine, oh no, I'm gonna end up in a prison pod like that, and people are gonna be able to see my face while I'm frozen in the prison pod. So I guess it doesn't matter if it has a Drake style or not. Personally, I don't care. I think they're wasting their time. A prison pod is a prison pod, right? But if they want to have it a Drake style, then I suppose it's gonna be interesting, right? All right.
How do you make them more Drake? Well, we'll look to find out in the coming weeks. Also moving into the flight prep stage is the upcoming Asperia Prowler, the alien Tavaran dropship. Now we'll have a guided tour by Associate Art Director Elwin Batchelor Jr. of the complete interior and exterior later this month, so I don't want to spoil his fun too much. But for now...
Look at that, we have a lot of Miles A cards. Yeah, this is definitely not the way. This is definitely not the way humans operate, I would say. I don't think people would really appreciate being on a standing position like this for hours and hours waiting to be deployed on the battlefield. I mean, an avian species like Tavaran maybe, but humans, I don't know.
Now, take a quick glimpse at the bottom half dropship section.
Speaking of creepy, right? This is creepy.
For all of your clone storage needs. In new tech for our locations news, have you ever noticed how every location in the Stanton system leaves their lights on day in and day out? It's gotta be murder on the electric bills, but relief is in sight because work on the day and night light state system has made terrific progress, as you can see here in this super accelerated test level in the editor.
Okay.
It's things like this we don't generally think about because it just kind of happens on its own in the real world. But creating a system that's tied to the rotation and orbit of a planet or moon and can systematically alter the light states of buildings all over has been one of those bucket list features that'll make the Star Citizen universe just that much more immersive than ever before.
Yeah, I suppose it's going to be better without lights. I don't know what you guys think. Is it necessary to have that at this stage? Maybe. I hope that they hired an intern for that, because that's some resources that, in my opinion, is not really necessary, but It does add to the immersion for sure. I don't think everything in the ship has to be made by the same manufacturer as the ship. Exactly right, directly. Though I also agree. I think my issues is that the Drake ones would break down. Oh, oh, Helmet Head, he's got a point. He's got a point. You don't want the pods to break down. But at the same time, if they break down, they're gonna kill the prisoner, right? So it's no big deal.
Yes, I like it too. Turning our attention.
Oh, what are we seeing here? Looks like we have a Chris Jericho jacket. I don't know if you guys are familiar with
To the upcoming new Babbage landing zone, we see some of the outfits that many of the denizens who call Microtech home might wear. We first showcased these concepts last spring in our early episodes of Inside Star Citizen and the Subscriber Vault, and it's exciting to see some of that theoretical animated texture tech we showcased then come to reality now. Also, in the future world of 2950, it's a strong power move to have your stock portfolio displayed prominently for all to see across.
That's a little bit too obnoxious to me. I would not have. I would not have. I'm not gonna wear that in the game. I don't know about you guys. Who wants to wear the special shirt that displays your stock portfolio? Not my cup of tea. Maybe Segalian. Maybe Segalian would do that. But
well, you can never go wrong with the Drake Caterpillar. Of course, with all this attitude in Microtech, it might be that the most punk thing you can wear is a smart suit.
Okay, this looks better. Digging the smart suit here, yep. But this one, not so much. I like the jacket, though. The jacket is cool. Oh, my.
Finally, here's...
Oh, my, Wally's bar. There we go. Oh, yeah, this one, I'm really waiting for it.
Here's a sneak peek at the current progress of Wally's Bar, which is the place to drink in New Babbage. It features fancy cocktails, good-looking people, and this DJ who I'm told doesn't have a name yet, so let's make an enemy of the lore team. Just call him Steve. Hey, Steve. Now, Wally's Bar is the place where all of Microtech's programmers and tech folk come to blow off steam and their enormous salaries after a very busy day making mobiGlas apps, SimPods, and a variety of other computing devices and software.
Oh, got a bad feeling about this. That's where they blow their big fat salaries. I really hope that drinks are not going to be too expensive here. If because we're going to have to eat and drink if we're on Microtech and we spend a fortune on that, then that would suck. Another case of time wasted with this jacket and city clothes. No, Wally, I don't know. I don't know about this. By the way, your name is the same name as the bar. But I think that it's okay that every planet is having its own style, and that when you just look, by the way you look at how people dress, you know where you are, you know where somebody's from. I think that's okay, but that's my opinion, of course. Ton says he prefers to have technical armor. Crystal Stocking says that he wants to be the most obnoxious guy in the room at any given time. And Ted wants the purple jacket too. So you see, Wally, I guess that some people actually are interested in those, right? Personally, as I said, not my cup of tea, except maybe for the suit. But there are people who like that, and kudos, to each their own, right? To each their own.
My favorite aspects of Wally's Bar
Lawmaster says that if you never wear a suit in a fashionable bar, then NPCs should mock you for being stupid. I agree, right? Says Star Citizen, where drinks cost more than laser cannons. That's hilarious.
We're on a clear night and with the apogee just right.
Oh, yeah, so it's going to be one of those domes. Look at that. We can see, what's the port here? Port Erebus? I forgot the name of... Oh, Port Tressler. How could I forget? It's Port Tressler.
All the way to the space stations in orbit up above. Nice. It's easy to see why New Babbage isn't going to be a landing zone like you've seen before.
Okay, but here's my question. Is it going to have all those flashy lights and disco vibe during the day? At night, yeah, sure. But how about during the day? How's it going to be during the day? Yo, Robbie! I'm still up, but decided to tune in. This was a good episode overall, but Star Citizen remains flash over gameplay, and this doesn't do much into that. Yes, they should show more, Robbie. I agree.
And this is a place with a culture.
Oh yeah, look at that. This guy is this girl, I don't know. This person here is dancing. Yeah, so these NPCs are going to have a little bit of a dancing groove here at the bar. That's cool.
Within that truly appreciates many of the finer and more technologically advanced things in life.
I want a shirt that shows how much my cargo is worth, so I can wear it on Grimex. Peanut butter is not afraid. You're a warrior.
That said, I don't know what the deal is with this glowing, foggy rock thing, but I know it's cool.
It is very cool.
Enough for me.
It's called art, Jared.
To learn more about Wally's Bar and the new Babbage landing zone in general, be sure you tune in to next
Name the DJ Lando.
week's ISC for a guided tour with some of the designers and artists that brought it to life.
Okay, so next week we're gonna have a little bit more of an insight of the interiors of New Babbage. Finally, this is an episode I've been waiting for a long time. I'm glad it's coming next week. Okay, awesome.
So what did we learn this week?
Wow, look at Jared. See, guys, this is the face of a man who knows he's done his job well. I've said it before in a couple of episodes. I'm saying it again. He can be proud of himself. This was a most informative episode. As far as I'm concerned, I am very happy about it, and he seems to be also happy with it as well. This is good. I'm glad to see Jared looking happy like this. They aren't focusing on gameplay, it's alpha, and they're focused on developing tech for the game, says Import Trace. That's true. Derek Little says, I think we won't see a gameplay with being waiting without the flash. Derek likes the flash, right? Helmet says, let's be honest, Ira, the NPCs in the PU are just going to be standing there at you, blanking and not dancing. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how that. Maybe they are going to be working more and more and better, right? Yo, Simon, where can I find a green zone on Hurston? You can go to Stanhope. Right now, Stanhope has a green zone, but the problem is that the levels of details are not fantastic. Like you can see the trees just like a kilometer away. So there's a bug right now with LODs. DJ Willie says Lore Master. Yeah, right. This is the face. You're right, Joseph. This is the face of a happy man.
Well, we learned that while flying through the verse on your own can be a lot of fun, there's a lot to be said for the shared experience.
He knows, like, hey guys, I've delivered a good episode this time.
With your friends. But the pirate Idris, controlled by the Arlington family, isn't going to go down without a major fight. It doesn't like to be photographed. And that Wally's Bar aims to be the place to be in New Babbage. Just don't ask for Wally. I can't tell you why. The lore folks are already going to be mad at me about Steve.
Because where's Wally, right? Yo, Eric Aaron Davis.
I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you next week.
I want to blend with the NPCs, so you should just keep on walking into the walls.
The making of Star Citizen as efficient and capable as can be.
So what do we have here?
Let's make an enemy of the lore team and just call him Steve. Hey, Steve. This door behind me opens a lot when you film here. It's probably why we don't film here very often. Now that door is opening.
Okay, well, that was actually the show was not 12 minutes. It was 11 minutes. All right, guys. Well, that was an interesting episode. I wish that we could have more like this. Last week, not fantastic. But the couple of episodes before that were great. Looks like we are picking up steam. We can definitely tell that, we are getting closer and closer to 3.9. I hope that the Evo Carry patch is going to come really soon so that we can see finally some more images and some more gameplay, right? Many he got to do it his way. Oh, maybe he got to do it this way this time. Yeah, maybe, right? It's also a possibility that somebody higher is telling him what to do and he doesn't like that. That's also a possibility, right? We don't know, right? Because we're not inside. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate all of you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for a little video about the roadmap update. And we're gonna do maybe some gameplay. We'll see. Maybe I'll be streaming on Twitch later. Can't promise that, guys. I cannot promise that. But thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Star Citizen videos. This is the Eradicator. I'm signing out.